we've gone all the way from your earliest musical memories through Staggered Crossing, through the Julian Taylor Band, onto your newest album. And we're finally at Beyond the Reservoir, which is your new album. It's looking to be released in October. Is that correct?
October, like mid-October. Yeah.
And the first single is Seeds, and that came out recently. It looks like reception's been great. It looks like it's already been picked up on the radio in Australia. It's where else? The Indigenous Music Countdown. It's already on the charts. How has the reception been for you so far for that single?
Really great. Friends like Devin at Doyle heard it, and she just loved it, which is so nice to hear that from fellow artists. Sebastian Gaskin sent me another message on my Instagram saying just how much he loved the song. The support of CBC and the IMC and BBC as well as ABC in Australia has been so great. I'm just really fortunate. I'd love to see more people hear the song because I think that the message is really important. And I, was honored enough to be accompanied by Robert Priest, who's another friend of mine who's a writer, and we wrote that together. He sent me a poem, and I just kept on looking at that poem, thinking this might work for this song, and then pieced all the other words together from that. And very proud of it. And it's very now, and I think that the reason it's very now will always make it stand out. And it's nerve-wracking. Like I said, I hope that people respond to this record in a way that, they're not going to respond to it the same way that they did to The Bridge. I just hope that it connects with people.
Well, that song is very positive. It's very inspiring. Is that important to you that you have kind of this hopeful message behind your music?
I think that I've always had both of these things. I think that there's always been a bit of hope in my music because of the type of person that I am. And I also always think there's a bit of sadness in my music because of the type of person that I am. I think it's existed the whole way through my career. Maybe the Julian Taylor Band stuff, maybe some of that's a bit more fun because it was meant to be that way. But any of the songs that really resonate have that.
Maybe that's what draws people to you and your music, is that great duality of light and dark and happy and sad and all those things. People can relate to the whole spectrum of human emotion, I suppose.
Perhaps. I don't know. I mean, I know that all the effort that I put into it is all that I can put into it, and I do. And from there, I have to let it go.
You said you hope that people respond well to the new album. You hope that they like it. Are you feeling pressure to follow up The Ridge, which is, again, a hard album to follow up based on the acclaim and the popularity?
Oh, sure. I've definitely felt it. It's a constant stress. Every day I wonder, should I make this move? Should I put this one out? What should I do? And I guess I should stop second guessing myself and just go for it. But I also don't want to inundate people as well as, be everywhere all the time. And it seems like I am a little bit, and I don't want to oversaturate myself as well. But at this time, and some people say right now the iron's hot, so strike. I don't know. It's a funny kind of conundrum to be in.
Do you know if it's 8 songs or 10 songs or 12 songs?
At the moment, it's 9. If 100 Proof gets put on it, it would be 10. The only reason I wouldn't put 100 Proof on it is because it could go on the digital, but it might not fit on the vinyl.
What's the total? So a CD you can put up to 80 minutes. On vinyl, how many minutes is it?
I think the fidelity starts to really crackle at 40.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you're limited by the medium that you're printing on, I suppose.
So it could go on the digital copy, but like I said, it can't. I don't think it can fit on the vinyl.
So, as we near the end of the interview, I have maybe a final quote. I think this is it, and this is from one of the co-writers of Murder 13. So this is from Lonnie Knapp, who,
I don't know what.
for our listeners, he was a part of the Mudmen and Jay Englishman, and co-writer here with Julian Taylor on his new song Murder 13. So this is another long one, and it ties together you talking about Freeman Dre earlier in the interview as well. So this is from Lonnie Knapp. He says, Julian and I cut our teeth together in the early 2000s when he was a member of Staggered Crossing and I was playing guitar with the Mudmen and Jay Englishman. We shared the stage and traversed the country. His commitment to his craft is envious, and I've loved watching him evolve as an artist and performer. It's amazing that 20 years after his first record deal, he's producing the best music of his career. These days, I most often play with Freeman Dre. In a wild coincidence, Dre, who is my best friend and in my opinion one of the best songwriters in the country, is also one of JT's oldest pals and was a member of the earliest version of Staggered Crossing. Last summer, the three of us had an opportunity to hang out, reminisce, drink whiskey, and collaborate on a tune. The track is a heartrending telling of a tragic part of Dre and JT's childhood. But the weekend we spent writing it will always be a fond memory of the three old school friends sharing time and making music together like we've always done. I'm proud of JT. He's a great musician and an even better dude. So that's from Lonnie Knapp.
Thanks, Lonnie. Love you too.
He came up in a few of my interviews. So I interviewed the Mudmen, so he came up obviously as a member, and then he came up in the interview with Darren of the Salads.
Oh, sure.
So they have a project together as well.